My name's Pete, and today I'm going to be working on this jade tree. I've had this tree for 18 years, 4 months. It's been totally neglected. It's in the same pot it's been in for the whole 18 years. Um, it's absolutely needing some loving and caring. So that's what I'm going to try and give it today. Because it's been in here so long and I really don't know what the base of the trunk looks like, I'm gonna repot it before I even start working on it, just so I know what I'm keeping and what's staying, what's going. So we'll do that first. Sorry. You can go. I can edit. Believe it or not, getting good at editing. Love you, dear. Have a good shift. I love the smell of the soil. Absolutely beautiful smell. Of course, I'm going to have to fast forward this video. It's going to be way too long. It is so matted. It's going to take me a while. I'm going to have to make the video a little bit quicker. But I'm already seeing, that you can see the darkness, see the difference in where the soil and the roots are growing compared to where the base of the tree is, which is right down here. There's this much of growth and dirt that was in there. I'm just trying to weed out now so I can see what I'm going to do with it. I might have to go out and squirt it with a hose to clean out a lot of it. It's just so, there's some really big roots in here that's causing it, making it harder for me to get in and dig it out. All the soil that's in there. I'm getting there, but it's just, it'll be much easier with the hose, I think. I'll get most of it out there. Before I do that, I really like using the soil again in the compost. I don't want to waste. Yeah. Alright, I reckon now is a good time as any. I can see a couple of roots that do need to go all together, so we'll just cut them off before I squirt it down. Just a couple of roots here that growing upwards. So this one here is growing upwards, so we're going to get rid of that. And all these ones here are growing upwards. We'll get rid of them straight up. Oops. Okay. Right, and now I think we're ready to squirt the hose through it all. Okay, so I've given it a good rinse, and it's good. It's good. I've got a nice flat base to the tree. The only root that's issue is this one here, which is growing out the bottom. But otherwise, I've got a really nice big flat base, and the reason I've got such a flat base is because I use old CDs, and when it's been cut and it's got no roots here at the very beginning, I put these in and let it grow with a CD around it, and it helps give me that nice flat base, which is much preferred for when I go sitting it into a pot. It's easier to sit flat, or whatever angle I want it on, because I've made it flat. Now there is that one big root on the bottom that needs to come off, so I'm going to get rid of that. Right. Yeah, so this one here is going to go all together because it's just too big on the bottom. Alright, now I've got a really nice open flat base, which is exactly what I want. So that's good. There'll be some at the top that will come off as well later, but for now that's pretty good. These ones up here all growing upwards. I might be able to angle some of them down, but most of them are going to come off, I think. That one there is nice. That's a nice root there. It's growing out. I can wire that down, and I'll have a nice little root system coming off of the base of the tree. So anyway, and now that I've got it all flat and I can see what I'm working with as far as the size of the trunk, I think this branch here can stay. This one we're not sure yet, but basically all I want to do is be able to stand it upright, because it was leaning a fair bit before. So I'll get it more upright, which might be better for the design of the tree. Okay, I'll just leave that there. Move this aside. I've already got my pot ready for the tree to go into. I'm not too fussed about front and back and stuff like that at the moment. All I really want to do is just get it repotted and let it, have a chance to regain the energy that it's needing. So, yeah, I'm not going to cut them overly too much too. The roots, we'll leave them as they are. Might be able to go a little bit higher with the soil in there first before before I position it completely. That might be enough. Okay, I think that will be a front of the tree. That's going to be the front right there for me, I believe. Alright, now I'll just put some wire around it, help hold it all into place. Definitely needs it. Make it easier for me to work on. Alright, I'm going to use my old chopstick and we'll poke all the soil in around the roots because we don't want gaps. If there's gaps in around the roots, then the roots have got nothing to get the sustenance from, and then they'll just die off. So we want to make sure we're filling up all the gaps best we can. I'll just angle that down a touch more. There we go. We're done. I reckon that's good. Alright. Okay. So that's the repotting. Now, what we'll do now is we'll start cutting away at what we don't want and trying to make this tree look like a tree. I've got a branch here that's growing straight up from here, and that is no go. No matter what, that can't stay. So we're going to get rid of that big branch right now. Whoop. Like so. Put that down there. Okay. Alright. So yeah, I'll try and come around this side so hopefully you can see better what I'm looking at and what I'm cutting at. So I'm saying this is the front of my tree, that little bit can go. This is probably going to go because it's growing inside the tree if I'm keeping this branch, which I believe I should because it's a thick branch. So this one here's got to go. I'll get my other cutters. We'll get rid of that altogether. Okay. Alright. This one I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not, but for now it looks okay. If I keep it little, it mightn't be too bad as a little branch. So we'll keep it for the minute. Can I bend that down? Do I want to bend that down? That's got to go. That's got to go. They've got to go. Just deciding whether that's worth keeping. I sort of like it. If I wire that down or put some sinkers on it, I can turn that into another little branch there. So I think that's good. So all these have to go. Going straight up. No good. Get rid of all them. And we'll keep that like that. Bring it back to there. We've got two shoots growing out that way and that way. We'll just let them go for now and determine what's what with it. This one here becomes the bottom dweller, so that can go. This one here is growing upwards, can go. And same with all these along here. I just got to hope new shoots come up, because I've got such a long piece with no shoots earlier. It's too long to have the growth, so I've got to get rid of it altogether and hope new shoots will come up from these cuts, which they might not. I'm not sure. We shall see. Right, there can go. I think we can bring this in a bit. Try that. Get cut back. Right, I think I might put a sinker on there even now, just so it's done. Right, I've got 3 sinkers here. I'll just add them onto there. Don't know if that's enough weight, but we'll do that for starters. We may end up having to wire this one, I think. Wire it. I don't think that's enough. Anyway, we'll think about it as we do it. Okay, what else are we getting rid of and what are we keeping? This side is pretty bare. I might be able to bring that down to have that as a branch there. I reckon I could. Oops. Bring it all back. Yeah, I reckon that might be alright as a branch. Right there. Again, it might need wiring. Just keep that in mind as I look at it. This one here is probably have to go because it's growing straight over the rest of the tree. If this is the front. So that probably has to go. Just look at it before we do it, because you know we can't have it come back as easy as we can lose it. Losing it is fine if we've decided that's what we want. And I think we do need it to go. Bigger cutters. Okay, that's got to go. And if that's a branch, that could be a branch. That can go at the back of it. And that one. And just looking, got a bit of a mess here of bits and pieces. I think I like that. So we're going to get rid of all of this. Too cluttered. There's a whole knob here that can come off. Right back. Okay. That'll help with that one becoming a branch. I think this will be the tippy top of my tree here. Possibly. So we can get rid of this whole knob on this end. That's another big knob. I'll have to cut it with a saw. There we go. I'll sort of round it off a bit. It'll rot away anyway, but I want it to rot right up close to the rest of it there. There we go. I think that might be alright. And this will now become the taper. Will go smaller to smaller. It's got good taper. So that's good, we'll keep that. Now, as far as the top of the tree, I don't think I need to bring this down, and I think it needs to go in. Yeah, okay. I think maybe I need to get rid of it. No, I don't think I can do that. Just thinking about it. What I'm wanting. Oh, that's too long. That's too long. All of these are too long. Okay. So I think this branch here is no good. It's just growing outwards underneath that one. I don't think I need it. So we'll get rid of that. That's definitely need to come off. I'm keeping this one at the moment, but I probably don't need it. Because if that one is the branch, I probably don't need that, but I'm keeping it for now. And we're getting close to done. Thinking about this one here, it's growing underneath. It's growing underneath, so it probably can go. I think it has to. Both of them. Let me look at it. Let me think about it. Yeah, I think they have to go because they're underneath this part of the tree. So we'll get rid of it. There we go. These are too low, they can go. Bit of a nodule there, we'll bring down. Flush. Okay. So I'm close to what I'm going to do with it for this stage. I will think about it, and I'll use sinkers or wire or string for them where I leave it sitting, so it's got somewhere to sit and recover from what it's had done, especially since it hasn't been freaking looked after for so long. I don't want to go too much wilder. And I'll think about this bit because I don't know about the tippy top of the tree. I've never really liked a tippy top of a jade being pointy. I like it to be bent so that it has you can have a cloud of growth. So that's probably what I will do. So I decided to, I didn't have any string. I've left my string at my brother's place. So since I don't have string, I had to wire it. So I gave it some wire This one here, it could probably be shortened in a bit, which it may later. These two may go all together. I like to leave a bit just in case, you know, this is too much. I can change to, you know, shrinking it down or something. You know, I like the options. So there you go. That's it with a bit of wire on it. It probably could have a bit more wire, but you know, all things considered, it's not too bad. It's better than it was with the wire than without. All right, thanks again. Enjoy.